Pressure's on.
Matty, a great ride there today.
That was good. I mean, it's always the same at the end of these, bigger stages in the bigger races. You've got to sort of dig deep and make sure everything's good. So, the objective of keeping Jürgen in a safe and good position was obviously a key factor, and everybody's pretty pleased. So.
Well, you spent quite a time on the front of the main peloton there at the crucial part of the hill. How'd you feel?
I was okay. I wouldn't say I'm in the same condition as the Giro, but obviously it's a very different race in the Tour where the stages have a lot more flat sections, which is not really my ball game. So we came into the Pyrenees section and we knew that we had to at least be there for as long as possible, which was what we had to do, so it was good.
And just, it was a terrible day in the office today, right from the start, in those terrible, wet, treacherous conditions. How'd you handle it all?
Not too bad. I think, particularly knowing the area and doing a lot of racing here in the past, you get to know the roads and feel a bit more comfortable, so it was good. I wouldn't say it's as crazy as the Dolomites, but the Pyrenees are just as tough, so
last one from me, coming out of the mist at the top, could you see the Eiffel Tower?
Not quite. I don't know, I wouldn't mind a beer though, but there's a few more days yet, so we can hold on, I think.
Lloyd, he said since if he stole my line about the Eiffel Tower, mate. Hell's going to be in the Herald now. But anyway, you've been at the pointy end of the race where all the action's happening. Was there anything you saw, any signs from Contador or Schleck that either of them might have shown any vulnerability? Obviously, they finished together, but
yeah, I mean to be honest, I think those types of guys are always looking at each other, whether it's a day like today or whether it's any other stage. But I wouldn't really say that each of them has got anything extra up his sleeve, because in the past we've seen mega time gaps coming out of each of those guys or maybe someone else. But in this tour it's been really quite fast, and it means that you get to the end of the stages like today and everyone's just out of gas. So it's been interesting, but it's good at the same time because it makes it more exciting. And
do you think that 8 seconds between them does reflect how close they are with each other in conditioning and tactics and strength?
Yeah, for sure. We've seen both their teams and also our team as well in a really strong position, but sharing that workload means that both those two guys and I suppose us at the same time have been strong enough to play the cards, so it's interesting.
And just lastly, then, so you can go and enjoy that beer. The crowds at the top there in those last few Ks. I mean, what we saw was absolute pandemonium there with people in all sorts of suits and not so many suits either.
There's some interesting get-ups. It's always a characteristic of the cycling world. Pulls out really strange people. But I mean, it's a fantastic thing because you get to see so many different types, but it's good. It's a good reflection of the sporting world and how everyone can get involved.
All right, mate. Thanks, mate. All the best.